Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mariela, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the topic that I chose for my informative speech video. And the topic that I chose is Egypt. I chose Egypt because I believe that the Egyptian culture is one of the most richest cultures that you could ever find. Plus, it has wonderful, famous monuments all over the country, which talk about its ancient history. Egypt is located in the African continent, and it is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea. Its main language is Arabic. Also, the Nile River runs right through it. It's known for its very fertile black soil, in contrast to the red sand from the desert. It's a very beautiful sight. Something very interesting that I noticed while I researched was that the Nile River runs in contrast to the equator. And this is the only river in the whole world that runs in contrast to the equator. It runs upward, not downward. Egypt was also ruled by many pharaohs, dynasties of pharaohs actually. They were ruled by pharaohs who actually believed in the afterlife through mummification. They would reach that stage. A little bit about the history of the afterlife. The story behind it is that the god Anubis would be waiting for the pharaoh, for the dead pharaoh that would go and knock into the afterlife doors, and the goddess Anubis would weigh the heart of the pharaoh with a feather, and if the feather was less than the heart, then he would be granted to live in the afterlife forever. Okay, ancient Egypt and today. Well, the Egyptians contributed to many of today's society's different works like science, art, and even math, as you can see here. The first engineer was Imhotep, who designed the very famous step pyramid, which we can see here in this picture also. He was known to have used the very first columns in history in his architectural work. Medicine. The Egyptians were also very famous for their medical use. They were very highly advanced for the time that they lived. They used non-invasive surgery, and they were also very familiar with many medications that doctors recognize today that they are valid, that they are true. Here you can see many of the surgical tools that they used because they were very curious about the human body. They used these tools to figure out more about the human body and its functions. Religion. Well, many of the Egyptians considered Pharaoh as God's representative here on earth. But today, 5% of the Egyptians are considered Christians, and over 90% are Muslims. Okay, Egypt is still here. Well, in conclusion, even though, many thousands of years have passed by, Egypt is still developing because we're constantly finding new findings of many archaeological important things that we have found today. Most of their history is all over the world in many museums. Thousands of people visit it daily, and so many people have become so interested in Egypt that they actually go and visit the place. They go visit the museums, they go visit the monuments, and they even go visit the tombs because Egypt is still alive today for many people. And that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So long.